But anyway, then you've got the two main events, and you've just sat when you're watching this, you're thinking to yourself, what on earth are these guys going to have to do to pull out, to top that? You know, what are they going to have to do to pull that out of the hat? Can they do it? What do you think? So, the Kings of Wrestling come out and say the Briscoes aren't there. Claudio Castagnoli thanks Canada for not allowing the Briscoes into their country. Hero says that he's disappointed because they don't get to prove that they are the best. Obviously, this is a ruse because, of course, out come the Briscoes. So, the Kings of Wrestling defeated the Briscoe brothers to retain the tag team titles in a fucking-perv no disqualification match. Let's get on with this one. So, goddamn, there's so much to get through on this one. You wouldn't believe it. So much good stuff. Big, deep. Shall I have a drink first? Yeah. Talk amongst yourself for a sec. I'm going to loosen the old vocal cords. Fucking hey. You never know, that might be the cough. Right, so. Brawl to start on the outside. Mark takes out the Kings on the outside with a dive. The Briscoes work on suplex in the ring, including a nice exploder suplex by Mark. Crossbody to the outside by Mark, and a double flapjack on Claudio, who is all of a sudden busted open for some reason. It turns into a brawl on the outside with Mark busted open as well. Gut-wrench suplex by Claudio on Mark, and the Kings double team Mark, who is wearing the proverbial crimson mask. He is bleeding a lot. Like, there's a lot of blood coming out of his face. Claudio elbows the head on the cut. Claudio then accidentally hits a bicycle kick on Hero. Mark with a double crossbody, and he gets Jay in for the hot tag. He dropkicks Hero and then Death Valley drivers Claudio. He then gets Chris Hero's face and smashes it into the turnbuckle 30 times. Obviously, that busts Hero open, so that's 3 of them that are pissing blood. All 3 of them now. It's almost like it's squirting out of them. They've got bloody faces, they've got bloody chests, you can see it all over their arms. It's just like, god damn, it's all over the ring. Yeah, it's a good thing they've got black and red pad on the cover on the mat. If this was a standard canvas, it would literally be covered in blood. Anyway, Jay then Shane Hagador comes out and basically got a chair, and Jay runs into the chair that's held by Hagador. And so basically, you can probably imagine that he's busted open. Hero hangs Jay with a tag rope, which is pretty nasty stuff. Vertical suplex on Mark, a Doomsday European uppercut on Mark, but only gets 2. They throw out the referee, as the Kings do. Hero concussion kick on Mark. The referee tries to unhook Jay as the Kings hit a rolling elbow, that only gets 2. Jay uses a fire extinguisher, and suddenly he's absolutely covered in blood as well from that chair shot. He decks both men, gets a table out. Mark uses a hubcap that I think someone in the crowd had brought with them, which is nice. Yeah, it's not a weapon that you see very often, but it's good to see, all the less. Both Kings of Wrestling bounce off the table, which has been set up in the corner. A double heel to Claudio, but he lands on his feet and then gets double shoulder blocks through the table. The Doomsday device is broken up by Hero, so they do it to Hagadorn instead, which is lovely. Mark hits Claudio with a toe pick on Hero. The loaded elbow by Hero only gets 2. UFO by Claudio is counted into a roll-up for 2. A big swing by Claudio, and Hero has his loaded elbow pad on the boot. He boots him in the head with a 1, 2, 3. And I was not expecting that one, if I'm honest. I was fully expecting the Briscoes to win this one. I didn't want them to. I really didn't. For those who don't know, basically the Kings of Wrestling had attacked the Briscoe brothers' father to set up this whole thing. So that's why I was expecting the Briscoes to win this one. Absolutely superb match. I mean, I haven't done it justice there because I haven't told you all that was happening, and of course it's hard to convey the suspense and the tension and just how hard hitting some of these moves were. There was blood, there was tables, there was chairs. This was the complete opposite of their match that they had at the Big Bang. At the Big Bang they had, you know, A good old-fashioned tag match. It was clean, scientific wrestling. It was all lovely and good. This was the complete opposite. And incredibly, this could main event any show. Anywhere could put this one on. This was how you do a hardcore wrestling match in the modern generation, I think. You don't have to use fucking cookie cutters. You don't have to use fucking thumbtacks. You don't have to use any, many weapons. Because that's the thing, there was 2 weapons involved. There was a chair and there was a hubcap. Oh, and if you count a table, that's it. But all 4 men bled buckets of blood. And I'll tell you something, this main event's going to have to be something pretty damn fucking special to top that, isn't it? 4.5 stars, no problem giving it that whatsoever. No problem whatsoever. And you're starting to wonder, when you write your match of the year candidates, is it going to be these 3 matches in reverse order? Because if this main event is going to going to be able to top that, it's going to be the main event, then this, then at least one more match from this card, isn't it? You're like, damn, man. So, on to the main event. As Tyler Black defeated Davey Richards in a fucking amazing match to retain the Ring of Honor World Championship. So Cornette joins us on commentary, which is always nice to have. He's so enthusiastic and so passionate about Ring of Honor, it's fantastic. So, the first 3 minutes, or maybe 4 minutes of this, is just superb chain and mat wrestling. Lots of it, love it, I'm marking out like a bad boy. It culminated in both men locking in surfboards. Cornette disses Triple H on the commentary, because basically David Richards had said in the build-up that he was the hunter. And someone had said, one of the commentators said that maybe a hunter's going to win the championship tonight. Cornette says that hunters have won championships in other organisations. I can't remember exactly what he says, but what he said was a full-on diss, and it was very, very, very funny. Back to mat work with some nice arm drags. Black dropkicks Davey, who loses one of his teeth. He actually loses one of his teeth. Sometimes you see him do a super kick or something and they spit their gum out to make it look like he loses one of his teeth. He actually lost one of his teeth. Bet that pisses him off. He locks on a tequila cloverleaf and then hits a backdrop suplex and he unleashes a flurry of kicks. Nice enziguri by Black. An O'Connor roll by Black, and he rolls through with it and just basically tosses Davey to the outside. I thought it was going to go for an atomic drop or something like that. High-low by Black as the fans chant, "You still suck." Springboard clothesline gets 2 for Black, and a paroxysm gets 2 for Black. They go up top. Davey tries a back suplex, and then off the top, it's countered. But then he hits a super German suplex, but Black lands on his feet, and you're like, bloody hell, that was awesome. He hits a big boot, and then he hits one of my absolute favourite wrestling moves, and you don't see it anywhere else out of OEA. You don't see it in the mainstream companies especially. It's a reverse Rana. I absolutely fucking adore that move. It's so beautiful. He hits a Joker drive. It only gets 2. They brawl on the outside, then you go back inside. It's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Davey then hits a 1,000,000-mile-an-hour high-low that ends up in the crowd. Amazing move. Handspring Ellen Enziguri gets 2 for Davey, who follows up with a bomb and another cloverleaf. Black escapes and they head up top. He hits a superplex and rolls through into a flapjack for 2. The announcers call it an F5 for some reason, but it's really not. It's a single person flapjack. Anyway, Black goes up top. Davey follows him. They brawl with Davey taunting him, basically saying, fight, you fight me. A massive offensive chops means that Davey goes off. Black tries to hit a Phoenix Splash, it misses. Davey hits an ankle lock. They go for a pin sequence, which is just really nice. Tyler goes for a Pele, but oh my god, it's unbelievable as Davey catches him in midair with the ankle and puts the ankle lock on. You're just like, wow, that's just beautiful. German suplex gets 2. They do a suplex to the outside spot that's just you have to see to believe. It's just wow. Mike Hagendorf comes out with a chair. Davey sends him to the back but keeps the chair and he gets super kicked into his face. Tyler goes for God's last gift, but it ends up on the apron. Black hits a paroxysm to the floor. You're just like, ugh! It actually makes you shit. You're like, wow, that must have hurt so much. The referee starts his count, remembering in Ring of Honor they have a 20 count. He gets to 19 before Davey gets back in the ring. You're like, god damn, a super kick and God's last gift, but Davey kicks out at 2. buckle bomb, but Davey connects with the dragon screw into a crossleaf again. Tyler rolls it into a cover as the fans start chanting match of the year. Kicks, punches, kicks, punches, kicks, punches. A lariat only gets 2 for Davey. Edge of the seat stuffed now as kicks. A buckle bomb by Davey. A Death Valley driver. It only gets 2 for Richards. And you're like, oh my God, what is it going to take for one of these two men to get the win in this match? Davey calls for the shooting star press. Black joins him up top. Davey ends up in a tree of woe on the top, basically hanging off the top rope. And Tyler hits a Loki style double stomp to him. You're just like, good God, that's an unbelievable fact. Yeah, the fans chant, this is awesome. Another buckle bomb and another super kick, but it only gets 2. What will it take? You can't beat him chant comes up from the crowd as Davey can barely stand. He gets just up to his knees. Tyler hits a super click, whatever that is. He hits a super kick and he hits God's last gift for the win. And you're just like thinking, yeah, you sort of flop back and go, oh. I wanted Davey to win this match really, really, really badly because I've heard that he's retiring at the end of the year. But this was absolutely superb from start to finish. This match was brilliant. It was breathtaking. It was a fucking wrestling clinic. I've been thinking about this all day. What is the better match between this and Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania? Which one is the better match? And I've got to say, at the moment, I'm still leaning towards Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels because of the emotional involvement going into that one and Shawn retiring and all that. But this was a straight up second of the year 5-star match. Absolutely fucking perfect. You can't fault it in any way. In any way. This was the best pay-per-view I've seen since the first Driven, I think. I can't think of a pay-per-view I've seen since that one, that I've watched in those couple of years that was better than this. And if you want to call me a Ring of Honor mark or a Ring of Honor fanboy, so be it. But as a wrestling fan, I would recommend this to every single person who calls himself a fan. Honest to God, I would. And if you can watch this show and you can say that it was a bad show, and you are going to have to do a video response to this, and you're going to have to tell me what was wrong with it, because this was perfection. This was a 9.75. It was that good. You know, this is the closest I've given to a 10 out of 10 show for so long. And basically, from the bottom of my heart, and I mean this, as a fan, I want to say thank you to Ring of Honor for this show. And I apologise to Ring of Honor for not buying the show on the night. I've explained my reasons. I would love to hear your thoughts on this one. I'm almost losing my voice again. I apologise for this video being so long. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Like I say, love to know your thoughts. I've been Mark P. I'm going to go and have a sit down now because I fucking need one. Take it easy, guys. Bye-bye.